Hi y'all. Right now all I'm doing is sorting through my scrap bin. I have a scrap bin of fabrics. Well, it's a basket. It's a laundry basket. And I'm just sorting through them right now, trying to find pieces that I'm going to use on my crumb quilting. Some of these pieces I'm making a little stack right here. These go into my crumb box, that I'm using, that I use when I do my scrunch bunches. But then here is then some of these others like this I'm putting into this pile, because these are the pieces I'm going to use in my crumb quilting. Yeah, it's like crumb quilting, but it's not the same as my scrunch bunch. Oh, this is a piece of upholstery, so I'll put that there. This one's big enough to go there. This is a piece of denim. See this piece here? I'll put that in my scrunch bunch. Here I want to cut this piece of denim. I want to get the seam off of there, and then this will go in my scrunch bunch stuff right here. But then this piece is big enough to go on my crumb quilt, which is a little bit bigger crumbs on there. So I just pull out a piece, a handful out of my basket, and then I'm just kind of sorting this. Now, these pieces that you use in your crumb quilting don't have to be any particular shape or size. They just, you know, they're just kind of smaller than what you would use in making a fancy dress or something, you know. And because I love doing crumb quilting, because I really love doing these things, yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I've got some really cute pieces here, and that are going to go on my, yeah, I've been needing to get through this basket here for a while, because there's so many beautiful fabrics, but I got like a collection of different, see, there's a piece of denim, collection of different, look how pretty, different patterns and pieces. And so, but I see now I'm not going to be able to go through this whole basket. The bigger pieces I'm putting over here on another pile. And I keep finding some circles in there. I got to put them over there to make yo-yos out of. But some of you have probably already watched me. No, that I'll put with this. You probably watched me do, oh, that's pretty, some crumb quilt pieces. And so, ooh, that's pretty. Okay, so I'm going to just probably let this go here now as enough to get going with blocks again, because I've been doing quite a few, and and it's a piece of ribbon. I'll put that in my scrunch bunch. I've done quite a few blocks. Just to hang on to your boots there for a minute, and I'm going to show you what I've done so far. Another circle. Yeah, that basket's needing to be gone through. Okay, so I've got a bunch there. These here, let me throw them into my scrunch bunch basket. Yeah, I've only went through like half of my my basket down there, but I've got quite a few here now. So I'm going to just put them off here to the side, right here, so they're not in my way. And see, this is my 9.5 by 9.5 ruler. I use this to make my squares after I have done my quilting, after I've piecing of my scrap quilt. But like here, see how that I cut it to the 9.5 by 9.5, and I just put in any fabrics that come up. Now some of them have pretty big pieces in them. Now here, though, you can see over here there's some quite small pieces. But once I put this all together in a quilt top, or whatever I make with it, actually these might finish my curtains, then, you know, then the pieces with small, like this one has a lot of very small pieces in it. Look at here, you can see one right there that is so small, it's just the size of a pencil lead. And I've got some satins in there, some's got glitter in there, and this is probably the most calming and soothing thing you can do if you sew. This one's got a little piece of lace on it, but look how pretty they are. I think they're just beautiful, and this is something you can do that is absolutely doesn't take any thought, no measuring. Look, this piece is so pretty. It's off of a tablecloth, actually. This was a tablecloth that I took apart, and that was on that tablecloth. It's so pretty. I've got some fabrics that are this was actually a piece. Yeah, this was a piece off of a fabric book sample. That was so pretty. And here this piece here, I put an upside down, didn't realize it. See, it's supposed to be, that was supposed to be the top, same as that. But it went in upside down, but that's okay. I don't even worry about that. This one's got some larger, more symmetrical pieces. And I love this little bit of, thank you, Papa. Thank you, Papa. Papa brought me a cup of coffee. Okay, I'll put it right here, Papa. Thank you, Papa. And here, look at how pretty this is. Like this piece right in here looks very, very rustic. I like that rustic look, like it come right off a little house on the prairie. Let's see how that one, look at that little blue piece, that's really small. And see there's some that are very novelty fabrics. And there's a piece of the salvage edge on that one. But I got quite a few squares already done. But you know, and I've done these in just the last few days because I've been in the mood to just sit here. And so this one here's got some really small, look at that little piece right there. It's just as tiny, that little pie-shaped piece in there. Oh, look at this piece here. This one here has got like a jillion little tiny pieces ended up on that piece right there. And this is what makes these so much fun. And so I have a stack, and I want to keep doing it because I'm still in that kind of a mood. And so what I do is I'll take two pieces here. This one I can't tell top from the bottom, so they're both the same. And there's a straight edge, and here's a straight edge. So I will stitch those two straight edge pieces together. Okay, let's see if I can. Uh-oh. I don't think I can do this. Oh, I've got to pause. Got to pause. Got to pause. Okay, I'm back. I had to do a couple things. I realized I was still in my nightgown. I was still in my nightgown, so I had to go and put some clothes on. I thought that would be better. And then I moved my sewing machine from down here up closer, so that would work too. So now I'm gonna just give you a little bit of an idea of how to make a 9.5 by 9.5 inch block, or whatever size you want to make. So we'll get back to that right now that you're not on pause anymore. Okay, so I put my sewing machine right here, and so then that way I can, did I? No. You know what? How come I am the only one that keeps unthreading my machine? Usually, you know, I put in a leader and an ender, or a donkey to keep from having to rethread my machine, but I don't mind rethreading my machine. It's not a whole big deal. Maybe I should just start this video over, but you know, I just don't do that. What you see is what you get. It's me. You see me when you watch one of my videos. It's me. You see me. And my hubster and family sometimes just walks in, and you just never know what you're gonna. You never know what you're gonna get. Okay, now I'm back and I have it threaded, and so see, I'm just going ahead and I'm just stitching these together, and then I'll pick up a couple more pieces of fabric, and that one I didn't cut the seam off, and I'm going to stitch them together, right sides. Usually I try to find two pieces that fit. These ones, let's see, so far I don't have any odd shapes. Let's see, but we'll show you what happens here. And here's a piece of denim. There's some butterflies. That's a pretty good fit. Close enough for horseshoes. And so I'm going to stitch those. I'm just oh, you know what I did? I did that upside down. Oh, well, you know what? It's okay. I'm not worried about that I put that denim up the wrong way. Went up the down staircase, he did. And so now this is kind of a long piece right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go like this. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to sew this just like this. I'm going to add these pieces to it like this. And then I'm going to cut there. So, but this just gets me some more. I got my iron right here too. Sometimes they're just a little bit too unwieldy there with their wrinkles. Don't iron them all, but I iron some. So then I'm going to then add this one to there, to that long piece, and then let's put this one here. And then you get so many pretty colors, because you just put whatever you have. If you've got scraps of fabric from other projects you've done, or if you've taken apart some clothing, whatever, you just use it. Just use it, whatever size it is. See, I'm not worried. I'm ironing this piece because it's too wrinkled. So I don't really concern myself with what size it is or what color it is or anything. I just go ahead and do it to it. So now here, let's see what we've got so far. I don't want to make a real long video. I did that long thing the other day, and I don't really. Okay, so I'm gonna now see in between each of those pieces. I'm going to move these pieces. See, these are the pieces I just cut, sewed together. See how pretty? Now, where I had that strip, and I just sewed the pieces onto the strip, I'm going to cut that strip in between each one of the pieces that I sewed onto the strip. That's colorful. I'm really liking fabric with black backgrounds. Okay, so here we go. Now I'm going to just quick press these open. Press them real quickly so that they'll lay a little bit flat. And see how they are, just a little piece there. Press them. I'm just overlapping them on top of each other here on my ironing pad. And this one, and one more. See, I'm glad that I have little projects to do, or these aren't even projects, they're like unprojects, because they're nothing yet. Just fun, just something calming. You know, yesterday I found out that my insurance company is giving me a little trouble. Well, not giving me a little trouble again, but they don't want to. I got this little procedure needs to be done on my nose, and I've been waiting since the biopsy. It's been 2 months, and my insurance is having a problem. I guess they have to approve the surgery, I guess. And I guess they have to make sure it's important enough or something. But I found out yesterday that with the dermatologist that I'm seeing, they still haven't approved it. So they suggested I call another one. So I did. So now I have an appointment for September the 13th, and I'll go then. See, here's where this was the right side of the denim and this is the wrong side, but you know, that's no big deal. I just put that together wrongly. So then what I do now is I try to find a piece. Let's see, these two pieces look about the same length or width, so I'm going to go ahead and stitch those two together. Yeah, although this thing on my nose is cancer, it's not like a cancer that you really worry about. You do worry about it, I guess, but getting all upset over it sure isn't going to make anything go any quicker. So I'll just sew. In fact, that's what I even told the girl. Told the girl on the phone, I'll just sew, no big deal, because she felt so bad. She goes, I can't believe they haven't approved it already. And she's the one that suggested I just go find another one. Okay, now I'm gonna see there, those two fit pretty good together, so I'm going to stitch them, and I'll keep stitching now, adding on more pieces, and it doesn't matter what color, what size, what shape. It just doesn't matter. And so, but as you can see, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. See, now, if I put this, let's see, this piece, you know what I want to do here? You know that, I think what I want to do here is, See, sometimes now I'll see, because this is an odd something right there. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to cut that, and I'll just make that into a, and this is still big enough to use. This is not big enough to use, so that'll go in my crumb box. Okay, see now, so now that these two together are about the same size. See how that is about the same size, so I'm going to sew them two together. And okay, so those two are sewed together, and my piece is getting big. You see that? How my piece is getting big and bold and beautiful. And yes, they are. And then I have a piece. Let's see, where did I put it? Okay. Just moved everything out of the way so I could put my sewing machine up here. Now I don't see that piece. Oh, there it is. See, now here's a piece I got left over from another square I cut. And see, when I cut them into the 9.5 by 9.5s, then I still have leftovers like this. So like this piece, let me press that a little bit. Alright, now see here, I can probably, the length of this piece across here and the length of this piece across here is about the same. So I'm going to watch here. I gotta watch that piece right there. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut that. See, they're not even, you know, they're not like all straight. So I'm going to cut them so that they're straight, so I can make a straight seam. But that doesn't mean that these are going in the waste bin, because they're not. The extras won't go in the waste bin, because some of them might be so small that I can't reuse them, but not all that much. See, I'll still use this piece. That piece is still usable. This piece might be a little small, so that might go in my stuffing box. Okay, but now I have this straight place to make the seam. Two straight edges. So let's put them together and see if I can see if that'll make my block size yet. I know it's way longer than 9.5 inches, but let's see if it's wider than 9.5 inches. Okay, now Maria's doing a good job. Okay, let me press this. Oh, it looks like it might, maybe not, but let's see. Press it first. Make sure it's nice and flat so I get the right size out of it. Okay, see now how big that piece is there? Now let me get my ruler, and I'm going to put it, ooh, it will fit. See there? It will fit. My ruler completely covers. And it doesn't matter if you want to turn it cattywampus, which I can't because my corner here will stick over. But sometimes I like to put them just cattywampus so that I get more of a diagonal and more interest, you know. But see, now what I do is it fits on there, so I'm going to now cut. Now I'm going to cut it. I need to change my blade in my cutter here. It's getting a little bit dull. When it gets dull, though, I save it for paper. I got one rotary cutter I use just for paper, so when they get too dull for fabric, then they're okay for paper. So, oopsie. Well, Elizabeth, there. See how much I just cut off of there? That is going to be a part of another patch, see? So you don't really waste anything. We don't have anything go to waste. Very little, or I should say, because there will be some little tiny scraps that are too thin that it would go to waste, but if you save them up, if you make things like stuffed animals or dog beds or anything, you can use even the smallest scraps in your stuffing collection. So, you know, nothing has to go to waste. Nothing at all. Yeah, see, I gotta change my blade. But anyhow, there we go. There I have now got a 9.5 by 9.5 inch block to add to my collection of blocks. They're all the same size, and that's, look at there, I love that one, small. Look at there, look at that one here, just as a little tiny piece in there. It's just lint from yarn, and I think it's just beautiful. I just think these are beautiful. And so that is, use your scraps up and make these, and you don't have to make 9 inch, it's just what kind of size ruler. I've got a 12 by 12 I think it is, or 12.5 by 12.5. I could make really big ones, but then I've got a 6 by 6 too, and I could make 6 by 6 blocks too, and sew them together. But that's what I just wanted to show you this morning. And let us have reaching Poems of Faith by Helen Steiner Rice today, and I am loving her poems so much. Well, don't know if you know, sometimes we don't want to talk about death. Death is the first word in this poem, but I'm not going to pass that poem up. I'm going to go ahead and read it, because for some reason here I opened to this page, and I always feel like there is a reason why I open to a certain page. Okay. Death is a gateway we all must pass through to reach that fair land where the soul's born anew. For man's born to die, and his sojourn on earth is a short span of years, beginning with birth. And like pilgrims we wander until death takes our hand, and we start on our journey to God's promised land. A place where we'll find no suffering nor tears, where time is not counted by days, months, or years. And in this fair city that God has prepared are unending joys to be happily shared with all of our loved ones who patiently wait on death's other side to open the gate. Ooh, goosebumps. As I was reading that, I thought, you know, about the people that are waiting for me. My mom's there, my dad's there, my brother, my very favorite brother, my late husband is there. So many. I have a grandchild, a great-grandchild that was stillborn, and she's there. You know, so there's people waiting that I'll get to see. And here, let me read this one too, because it's short and I like the pretty flower. May you find comfort in the thought that sorrow, grief, and woe are sent onto our lives sometimes to help our souls grow. For through the depths of sorrow come understanding, love, and peace, and truth and comfort sent from God above. And sometimes we feel that sorrow. Even, like I think about my dad, who has been gone since 1986. That's a long time, bless his heart. He was only 61. And that's been a long time, but there is sometimes I'm deep in sorrow, missing him, And so, depths of sorrow comes understanding, love. And I do understand so much. But we're living our dash right now. When you go on your headstone, it'll say the year you were born, then there's a dash, and then the year you are finished living. And so we're living our dash. And in my dash, I am doing my quilting, my style of quilting, and that's what we do. We do the best we can with our dash. Okay, Papa. So I ask God to watch over each and every one of you, every step you take, every move you make, and stitch some fabric together. Just stitch it together. It doesn't, I don't even have to have a plan for this, except I love my stack of squares. I just love them just like they are, if I never do anything with them. But anyway, it's fun. God bless and keep each and every one of you. Let Him watch over every step you take, every move you make. Bring you back to the next video, safe, happy, healthy, well-fed. I always put that well-fed in there. I don't know why. Okay, God bless you. Thanks for watching.